I came on here to make this video real quick. I know y'all probably can't really see me too good, but I'm right here. Okay, I just came on here to talk about this whole hurricane season thing. I know we have it every year, and it hits some states and countries worse than it hit others. Sometimes we'll get hurricanes, sometimes we won't. Sometimes we'll get water spouts, sometimes we'll get tornadoes and twisters and stuff like that, and earthquakes. Sometimes we won't. But I mean, I have always personally have always been scared of or not liked hurricane season. I mean, the way I was raised, I know that my parents told me, well, my mama told me when, and my grandma, that when it's raining and thunder and lightning and all the stuff that does happen, it happens for a reason, and it's just God making it rain for something that us as human beings are doing that he don't like. But I mean, and then I was also told that people that die during the flood, people that die from cancer, that die from anything, natural or unnatural, man-made or not, that die from anything, it's when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. You can't send somebody else in your place. You can't tell God to wait. You can't tell God you're not ready. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. However you go, is however God calls you home, that's the way it's meant for you to go home. But I mean, it's just this whole hurricane season, this whole hurricanes, tornadoes, what natural disasters, I'm put it like that. It's like really bothering me because it's from like I think from June to November, and we just in September now, and it's like all these floods and stuff is popping up, and twisters and hurricanes, and it's like now we got, after Hurricane Irma hit Florida, it's Hurricane Maria, and Jose was out there. Excuse me, and then they had Katia, and then it's another on the other side of Mexico. Mexico had 2 earthquakes back to, it seems like it's back to back, which is probably like a couple of weeks, maybe a month at the most in between. And then it was Harvey, then Irma. Now, after Irma went away and turned into a cyclone and tore up all the Caribbean or whatever it is, all the Caribbean and all that, and Puerto Rico and all them, and then tore up all that and went up and turned into a cyclone. Now, Jose stayed out in the water. He was the next named storm, but he stayed out in the water, which seems like to me. And you got people that got their lights back on, trying to get life back, get back to normal after Hurricane Irma, and here come Maria. It seemed like Maria coming to finish what Irma didn't finish, or coming to tell what Irma didn't tell. And after all these hurricanes and stuff, I feel as though, this is just my point of view, it's all the little islands and stuff is not going to be anymore. They're going to be underwater. There's all this water, all the sea level rising, and all these hurricanes throwing water up on land. And excuse me, I'm tired. It's nap time for me. But yeah, it's just like, me personally, I can't wait till hurricane season is over. I mean, I never really been a big fan of winter. I mean, even though there's nothing I can do to change the weather regardless, but honestly now I can say I can't wait till wintertime comes. I basically can't wait till wintertime come, or every other season except for hurricane season. I like fall, but minus the hurricane season, because we have so many. So many people there. You got people from Harvey getting over floods, trying to get back on track and trying to get life back to normal. You got people from Irma trying to get life back to normal. And we got like earthquakes and other hurricanes popping up, tearing up stuff, or tearing up more stuff, and pop up flash floods and stuff. And it's like really honestly scaring me, and that's just me being real with y'all and being 100% true with y'all and speaking. But it's like scaring me because the possibility, I see what the people was going through during all the hurricanes over the years. Like, it's a possibility that you could lose everything you got, from family members, kids, stuff like that, all the way down to your possessions that you bought, or your possessions, your stuff that you bought, your cars, your house, your apartment, everything in it, and everything, and you got to start all the way over. So it's like it's scary, but it's also something that you can't avoid or that you can't change or you can't help because I mean it's a natural disaster. It's natural. It happens. And it's like people been telling me, which I do know, you can't run from a natural disaster because you got wildfires going on in one side of the country, you got floods and hurricanes going on one side, you got twisters and stuff going on one side, and you got tornadoes and earthquakes and stuff going on all at once. It's like all that just sitting there watching all that on the news and they talking about it and hearing about it. Oh, excuse me. It's like really scaring me. Like, and to know that there's nothing I can do is like once it happens, it happens. You blessed and lucky to come out with your life out of that, but you're gonna have to start completely over. And then you got the criminals that's stealing stuff taking advantage of the storms and stuff, and stealing stuff, looting, and breaking into people's places, and just doing crazy, stupid stuff that they wouldn't want nobody to do to them if they lost everything they had. And you got the shady characters, like you got all these like foundations and funds and stuff that's claim to be wanting to help people and collecting money for the victims of the hurricanes and tornadoes and stuff. And I'm not saying that all of them is doing that. All the organizations are doing that. But I mean, it's some organizations that are out there that collect money from people or from other states and other people in other countries and stuff to use to their own advantage for themselves and don't give it to none of the victims. And they say it's for the victims, but they don't give it to none of the victims. None of the victims ever see it. So, I mean, it's just a lot to think about. It's a lot to contemplate. Oh, excuse me, y'all. But it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to have to go through when natural disasters happen. And I know every day in the country, in the U.S. and other countries, you got people losing their houses, losing their vehicles, people losing their lives and stuff like that. And all to natural disasters and man-made disasters and events that God didn't create. People taking each other's lives and stuff like that, which is not right. You should let God be the judge of who lives and who dies. But at the same time, it's just like I was just saying, this just really scares me just sitting here looking at this. Sometimes, I know it's sometimes good to look at the news and see what's going on in the world, but at the same time, I don't want to look at it and keep constantly getting scared and nervous and all that. And my mind being worn down and scared because there's nothing I can do to protect it if it does happen, which all I can do is just pray. That's all I say. That's all I'm saying. For everybody that's trying to help people in the United States, the most thing we do need is to pray. I'll pray for ourselves and other people to pray for us and any other way they can help. Like, yeah, if y'all been helping, now continue to help. Just pray for us that we be able to get back on our feet and we can bounce back from this. But yeah, I just came on here to talk about that. Bye, y'all.